Inside schools and polling centres, eyes were fixed on ballot papers being counted. Each vote was met with anxious anticipation. In the capital, Libreville, the atmosphere was electric. For many, this wasn't just about electing a president. It felt like witnessing the rebirth of a nation.
To tell them to make noise.
Gabon has been in a transitional state since the military removed President Ali Bongo in a 2023 coup. The man who led the takeover has now been officially announced as the winner of Saturday's presidential election.
Oligui Nguema, Brice 575,222 votes, or 90.35%.
It ends more than half a century of Bongo family rule, an era that defined Gabon's post-independence political landscape. In its place, a new government tasked with transforming hope into action. But not everyone sees the result as a clean break. One of the candidates has warned that unless structural change follows, this moment risks becoming another false dawn.
The priority of the Gabonese people today is that the Bongo PDG system must go because there is no possible future, there is no hope. We will all be really disappointed to have gone through a transitional period that will have served no purpose. As long as we don't have people capable of getting rid of bad governance, there is no hope.
Still, the sentiment on the streets leaned towards cautious optimism.
We were used to Bongo, 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 but today it's a new Gabon. We hope that this time they learn from the past and bring real improvement.
A nation that once felt locked in the grip of history now finds itself looking ahead, hopeful, uncertain, but moving forward.
People here say they want democracy and transparency. They want to feel the wealth of their country in their lives. They want electricity, they want prosperity. But most importantly, they want to know that their vote matters. Hashem and Jazeera, Libreville.
Let us take this on now with Steeve Davin Moughiama, who's the spokesperson for the president-elect, joins us now from Gabon's capital of Libreville. Welcome, sir. So the president-elect's win brings to an end 5 decades of rule by the Bongo dynasty. What will be the first job for the new president?
Okay, well, thank you for the invitation and for the attention that you're paying on Gabon. First of all, the thing that we have to notice is that Gabonese people has voted today and they have elected Brice Oligui Nguema as president because, as we all know, the former system, PDG with Omar Bongo, with Bongo's family, was a system that distracted all the social relationships existing between Gabonese. Brice Oligui Nguema is the new hope of the Gabonese people, is the person who is representing the real volunteer of Gabonese people to reconstruct Gabon, because under Ali Bongo Ondimba and all his member of his government, they all destruct our social tissue and even on the economic plan.
Okay,
Gabon
well, let's dig into that a bit more, sir, if we may. I mean, you mentioned the former system, but indeed the new president-elect formerly served as an aide-de-camp to Omar Bongo before becoming chief of the presidential guard under his son. The president-elect has promised to hand power back to civilians, but others say he simply represents a continuity of the old guard. Isn't that a problem for him?
No, I don't think it's representing the continue of the old guard. No, not at all. Oligui Nguema is pragmatic. He has a new vision which is taking into account all the children of Gabon. There is no exclusion, but this aspect, this approach doesn't mean that it will continue with the old system. No, it is not that. Actually, it's about to reconstruct Gabon, to build a new Gabon for our children and for their future.
Okay, and part of that reconstruction, of course, will be to get rid of corruption, which is a deep-seated problem, to resolve unemployment, which is very high. There are debt levels of 73%, projected to be 80% this year. What steps will the president-elect take when he takes office to fix all of that?
Of course, yeah. Brice Oligui Nguema has made an offer to Gabonese people, his project. And if you read his project indeed, you will notice that the problem of employability, it's very important for him. The problem of energy, water, and electricity. And we have also the problem of corruption. Concerning the corruption, by installing the e-governance, okay, it will be an electronic system that will help government to fight against corruption, so to increase the revenue of the country.
Okay, and what about unemployment? How is the economy going to be resolved and those huge debt levels that I talked of?
Concerning the employment, actually, during the time that he spent as the president of the transition, during these 18 months, Brice Oligui Nguema and his friend and his brother of army did something great. He started fighting against the unemployment by the opening of this bank that you've seen, the Gabonese Bank for Entrepreneurship and Commerce. And he also provided some taxi cab to young Gabonese people. It's, let's say, almost 817 taxi that has been given to young Gabonese people.
Okay.
So all these actions aims at fight against the unemployment.
All right, well, certainly a new era after 5 decades of rule by the Bongo dynasty. Steeve Davin Moughiama, appreciate your time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.